Hello, welcome back to You Late. I'm joined now by Tim Batt, who I'm getting along with for the Loo Review.
Monty, good to see you, bro. How are you?
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Hey, Tim. How's it going?
Good, man. How you
Excellent. Yeah, wow. Good. Great.
What's happening this week?
Okay,
Not
so this week...
please. Just tell me about the Loos specifically.
No housing situation, nothing about the girlfriend or anything?
Don't know about any of that.
Okay. That's cool. We'll stick to Loos. So today I thought that you and I can kind of break bread over just seeing... I'm going to change gears a little bit this week.
Yeah.
I thought that I'd step down from doing the Loo Review in the typical fashion that we normally do it, and we'd get a little more social media orientated, hashtag Loo Review, and also try and bring people into the fold who may have watched over the last few weeks when I've been on. So I've solicited for people to send in photos of their own loos from home, and you and me, we're gonna have a look and assess what the state of New Zealand's toilets are. This is going to be like the census, but for bathrooms.
That's really exciting, man. Just so everyone is on the same page as I am, Tim's not wearing any pants. What's going on, bro? Don't make it personal. I mean, I'm sure you could have sourced some pants somewhere.
You'd think that.
You could have sent a message to me as we're getting on now, and you could have said, hey, Guy,
I know.
running a bit low on pants today.
Well,
Here's the thing, just quickly about Guy. He's got a lot of pants.
Surplus, too
I
many
know,
pants.
but this was a recent thing. I ran out of money to pay my phone bill, and I've got to keep that going so I can keep this job as professional Loo reviewer.
Yeah, okay,
so I had
look,
to get rid of the pants.
we don't want to get bogged down in your really sad little life. What we want to do is, let's do this, what you were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, woo!
Because it's like I always say, Monty, sometimes when life kicks you in the balls, you just got to take a step back and go, hey, nice kick, life. And get on with things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's do it. In the spirit of that, Loo Review, let's kick it off. Let's see our first submitted photo from the good people of New Zealand.
Who's this one from?
Tim?
Tim? Well, I mean, you took these, you know.
Didn't
Well,
take
I
them.
sourced them.
He solicited
Let's have a look at Maddie Buds.
This is Amy
Hello.
Wheeler.
Amy Wheeler, there we go. So, long, narrow, pretty clean, basic setup. Now, what's your thoughts on which way the toilet paper should fall? Because some people say that that's wrong.
That is correct.
Is that the right way?
That is exactly how I like my toilet paper to sit. I don't like when you're pulling it out the other way.
Yeah.
It's just banging against the wall, you know. It's just
Yeah.
it's a messy job. But
What if you've got a toilet holder that isn't flush against the wall, but it actually juts out a little bit, so there's a bit of room?
you know, mix and match, choose yourself. But for me personally, that's just a more comfortable. That's just how
Okay.
I like to be taking my TP. I'm also curious on your thoughts on the thinness of this room.
It's not your every day, is it?
It's got a very sort of ship feel. I feel like if you were doing something in here, you know, and you put your hands against the wall, like to steady yourself. Like
We've
you're on a ship.
actually, hopefully we've got time, there's a lot of photos to get through that you good people have sent in, hashtag Loo Review, but there's one that's even more nautically themed than that. It'll blow your freaking mind.
Wow.
It's like you're on a ship
Is it this
while
one?
taking a shit. No, that's not even it. But can we go back to that one?
Yeah,
Forget who
of
sent
course.
this in. Do you have the name of that
I do
person
have the
or-
name. Please let me take that.
It's
It is
pretty-
at Rangi_Fuller.
Fella, I think it is. Rangy Fella. So he's got a name that suggests he wouldn't be rocking a sweet toilet. Yet look at this setup. He's got this beautiful roll placement with the wicker basket going on.
Yeah, that is nice.
He's got a nice little sanitation bin right next to the
He's got
toilet.
the brush.
Not only that, but he's got a map on the wall. He's learning all the time.
That is actually, I think, a big point for toilets. They have to go to. This is. Oh my God! I'm actually talking like you. The art. It's about the. You got to have.
You're on board.
Oh, I
know.
feel weird.
It's interesting once you get on board, though, right?
dirty.
No, it's good. Just embrace it, man. Let's have another look at a different
like-
toilet. I've got him on board. This is good.
This
Let's
is
cash
much
in.
different.
Okay, this is Maddie Budd. Now, man, I was beyond impressed with this. I mean, the lighting situation does a lot for it. It's like a good real estate agent will always take a photo of the house in the best possible light. But look at this, the brushed metal on the trim of that mirror. It looks like we've got another circular mirror, which is popular with the ladies there as well, so you can get a nice
good
look
mirrors.
for the makeup. Basin, immaculate. Nice little smattering of product, but not too much, not too cluttered.
Got another good question for you. The theory on leaving a toothbrush out on the basin in a bathroom that is a shared sink and toilet space.
Yeah.
I've heard a theory that if you leave the toilet brush out, there's just and I don't have any evidence, but just poo particles.
Yes, yes. And actually, I'm so glad you brought this up because this was a big controversy a few years ago when a doctor, I think it was, went on the Oprah Winfrey show and was talking about this very issue.
And was he the one who was talking about the S-shaped stools?
Oh, I believe it was the same guy, yes, which I learnt from him that it's an S-shape so that the smell doesn't come back up. So it's a nifty engineering all around in toilets. You just got to look for it. But anyway, back to this question. That's why I've always been in the habit of you shut the lid before you flush, always. Flush it all the time, because otherwise you've got poo particles running all over the shop.
Running rampant.
So if there was a Tim's toilet tip of the day, that would be it. Flush the lid, sit the lid down every time you flush. Every time.
I'm sort of like excited to enjoy the advice, but like I am really disgusted myself to be enjoying your company presently as you sit here. Can we go to the white again, please?
I know.
I just can't emphasise how naked he feels next to me.
That's cool.
You get a, can you go back to the white? You get a vague idea, but it's not like it's not.
I feel like if I'm comfortable with it, you can be comfortable with it. In New Zealand,
that is not the theory on nudity. That's not how public. Okay, yeah.
This one's quite nice.
Oh, this is good. Now, this is internet superstar Matt Mulholland, based in the beautiful suburb of Karori in Wellington, New Zealand's largest suburb, fun fact.
Really?
Look at the tiling on that floor.
He makes half of these facts up. Yeah, I'm looking at the tiling.
It's so nice.
He's missing a guard on the lid, you'll see.
He is. I mean, the amount of times that you'll get all of the plastic stoppers still remaining on a toilet in New Zealand is very rare. It's a special treat when you find it, but it's not that common.
Interesting approach to leaving the rolls, the empty rolls.
I think it might be a recycling sort of thing. Doesn't want to put them in there with the sanitation rubbish, so he's left them out. He can put them in with the rest of the recycling.
Classic New Zealand flatting situation, though.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we've got Tim on board too.
LDS. Do you know what that is?
Yes. Now, this is a band in Auckland. It's the Lorraine Downs syndrome. Lorraine Downs, of course, was a former Miss New Zealand contestant who went on to win Miss Universe, I believe, in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
So the band takes its name from that. Nice little play on that.
From what? From her winning or from some sort of syndrome she...
We don't need to get bogged down in the details of the band too much.
Gritty.
But this is their toilet. Look at this. Like, you can rock out while you're taking a crap.
This has got to be not just the best toilet we've seen tonight, but arguably the best toilet that we've had so far on the show.
Right. I mean, art. Look at that poster above the system there.
And there's some books. I think 4 books and a Rubik's Cube on top of a drum with a light in it.
I could spend all day. I could live in there. It would be a damn sight better than where I'm living at the moment, actually.
All right, what do we say about personal stuff? Keep it to a minimum, mate.
Sorry, mate. Next photo.
Now, just quickly, this has got a bit of like an Amaro, like a filter. Gareth McKnight.
Yeah.
I do believe this.
We've got some pro photographers submitting photos tonight.
How do you know this is a filter?
It's just very blue.
You can tell.
The whites are blue. So
now,
you know it's a filter.
I'm glad you brought this guy up. There's a lot to look at. I'll get to the main point in just a moment. First of all, dual glade situation. I don't know how smelly these guys' situation is, but there's no need for 2, ever.
Why?
You just put a lot of the one that you've got on there on. But if we could bring the photo back up, my biggest concern...
Maybe they're operating on another plane of smells and they know that if you put the 2 together, that's the real trick.
Oh,
right?
They're creating some sort of...
meta spray.
A fragrance that is greater than the sum of its parts.
That's right.
Now,
what's your theory with perfumes?
What keen observers of loos will see, like I did when I saw this photo immediately, is the proximity of the toothbrush to the open bowl. That makes me shudder and weep.
And if you're making a man who looks like this, the white shot please, shudder and weep with your personal hygiene, you got to take a look in that mirror located next to your toothbrush, next to your toilet, and really just evaluate.
He ain't lying. What's caught your interest there, Lamborn?
Eileen Wilson.
Ah, yes. This is a lovely lady in Wellington I used to work with. Look at what she submitted. A nice little wood-on-wood motif. Not only that, but a gorgeous wee pup. I'm not sure what breed of dog that is. I'm not a big fan of the short hairs myself, but it's lovely that she got him up there. Imagine if she had trained that dog to do that when the lid was up. The lid was up, rather. And that's how he did his business.
Like the cat and Meet the Fockers.
Yeah. How good would that be? How good would that be? It would be so good. Great toilet, though. Chelsea has, I'm gutted that she kind of cut it out, but I know it's hard to get all of that with the angle she's tried to... Oh, look at that. Bit of cropping action. Spock. Some sort of impressionist take on Spock. Weird angles going on.
But don't let that distract you from the absolute disaster zone that is happening around the base of the toilet. There's just stuff lying everywhere. They're ignoring the toilet roll holder.
Classic Chouse. She's all about the visuals and the artistry and way more form over function.
This does not look like an enjoyable place to be doing your business.
It's a weird design of toilet as well. It looks slightly space age and kind of... Look at it. there's something about the curved angles on it.
Yeah. It's
You know
like
what I
it's a
mean?
toilet inset in another toilet.
Yeah, it's bizarre, but I like it. And I really like the Spock looking on as you do your business. I like that a lot.
And when if a man was urinating, you'd be eye to eye with Spock.
You would. You'd be staring him down while you're going number ones.
Yeah.
We got another photo?
Annabelle 369.
I can't
How
remember
many?
this one.
Look,
Here we go.
This is going well, but I mean, how many photos have we got left here?
Dude, this set Twitter on... There were two things happening on Twitter tonight. X Factor and this. Took over New Zealand. Let's bring it back up, though. So, Queen Victoria, I want to say. I'm no art critic. I'm a loo reviewer, as we all know.
Or historian.
Correct. But it's great that it's there. And I like to feel regal when I'm sitting on the throne.
It looks cosy. It looks like a cozy sort of bathroom situation.
Cozy's the word, because I wouldn't feel too enclosed or claustrophobic by that situation, but I would feel nice and hugged by the walls. Safe. I feel safe.
Nice to get a hug. What next?
Last one, Robbo's Hut. Let me just take it here.
Robbo's Hut. Like this is
Hut.
from Robbo's and you're calling it a hut? Or
No, sorry,
that's
his
his
name's
name?
Robbo's Hut at Twitter.
This is the mind-blowingly nautical one. What is that light bulb, mate? What is that?
It's not nautical.
It's a super powerful pendant thing.
No, we're just going to have to disagree on our definition of mind-blowingly nautical.
Come on!
What that looks
What
like
two
to
words
me.
would you use to describe that?
Just a toilet. 3 words. Just a toilet with a light.
You know, different strokes for different folks. But it's an amazing light, you've got to give it that.
Well, it's just
So big.
at the cost of showing us anything that's going on with the toilet. I thought
Well-
you, of all people, as a toilet aficionado, would say, look, mate, you got to get more toilet in the shot. Listen to this crazy light.
But I'm a glass half full kind of guy. You're always going to nitpick the photos. I'm looking for what's there, you know, get on with things. What is there, though, is an interesting toilet paper stacking situation. I don't know why it's just one on one. You want a pyramid, man.
Why?
Get your structure right. Because that's not robust. That would go over in a light wind. Christchurch has been suffering through like 6.0, 6.2s in a semi-shallow 3.0 Richter scale quake. Toilet paper's all over the shop, mate. Sort it out. Plus, you know the worst thing of all? He's probably left the lid open. Something knocks it into there, your plumbing's screwed.
All gone.
It's not a good situation at all. So, there you have it. I think that this is going to be the first of many, like, socially engaged, New Zealand-sourced loo reviews where we can every now and then just take a step back and appreciate what we've got in this land of the long white cloud and toilets.
Yeah. Well, that was actually probably, I don't know, arguably your best work.
Thanks, man.
That's okay.
I'll get out of here, eh?
Yeah, please.
Great.
Do
All right.
not be afraid to, like, just ask for pants next time.
Will do. Noted.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Very interesting guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, really. I think what we'll do is go to a break and then we'll regather. We'll regather during the...